Well, hi there, Scorpio. How you doing? Well, Scorpio, Happy New Year. To help us celebrate, if I can get this box open, I got some new cards today. So I'm breaking them in on you guys. I got what is this? The Psychic Tarot for the Heart from John Holland. And we're going to use these to do our love reading over at Vimeo. And what I've got for you right now is a brand new, fresh deck of Hanson Roberts Tarot. My absolute favorite deck. They really do need to make this deck a little bit larger. That's my only complaint. I love this deck. I had a deck before. I gave it to my daughter. This is the first deck I ever gave her when she wanted to start getting in touch with the tarot. And now I have a brand new deck. I've already been concentrating and putting all of as much positive energy into these as I can, because we're starting a new year and we're starting with a fresh deck of cards, and it feels wonderful in my hands. All right. So after this, if you want to look at 2017 and your love forecast with the Tarot of the Heart, I'm going to go, or for the Heart, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, John Holland. Vimeo link down below. We're going to look at 2017, your love life. But Scorpio, what does January look like for you guys? Okay, what are you searching for, Scorpio? Reaching for? Are you reaching for the stars? It is a brand new year, and let me remind you, 2017 is a #1 year. It's a brand new beginning. We're supposed to be experiencing new beginnings at the beginning of the year, or any time during this next coming year. We're shedding a lot of old. Let's get into some new energy with my brand new deck of Hanson Roberts tarot cards. I love the illustrations on these cards. They're lovely. Here we go. Are we just about there? Nope. I guess not. It's a fresh deck. May take a few minutes. So while I'm finishing up here with this, if you want to reach out to me for a private reading, you can go over to my Weebly website, choose a reading, pick something, please. Reach out to me through the contact form or my email address, and I will get back to you myself. I prefer to do it all myself. Now, I like the idea of starting with a new deck here because the messages have been kind of muddy. The past couple of days, and I would have to say the past couple of weeks, since I wanted to reach out to do some sort of a yearly, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I released some. I wasn't happy with them. So, here we go. We've got my great big crystal ball here, and it's giving off tons of good karmic energy, but we want to look. Are we ready now? We want to look for Scorpio. I think I have shuffled the garbage out of these cards all day. Since they came this morning, I was so excited. Okay. One more. Sorry. They're being stubborn. Okay. These are nice and flexible. They're not like some that come all stiff. But those are usually the ones with the gilding on them. Okay. I think we're I think we're just about ready. So I'm going to cut down the center. Oh, I like that even better. All right, so your focus for January is the Four of Rods, the Four of Wands. Celebrations, so it's a nice start to the year. Scorpio, maybe you'll be invited to some parties, or maybe you're just happy, pardon me, sitting at home with a nice bottle of wine, a deck of tarot cards, and Ryan Seacrest with Rocking New Year's Eve, or Rockin' New Year's Eve. I don't think they put the G at the end of it, but that's just me. I'm old, so, wow. Okay, Scorpio. I like this energy. I like the idea of using a new deck. For you guys, we have the Knight of Cups. This is brand new love coming your way. Whether you're Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, it looks like there is a message coming to you around a love situation that's going to make you extremely happy. Now, we've also got the Sun card. Amen. And the Seven of Pentacles. That's still good. The Ace of Rods. All right. This is what we want. And the Five of Cups. It's still all right. It's maybe minor seasonal anxiety or depression. You know, a lot of people get that. That can be part of this loss of energy. We also have the Moon card here. Now, that can talk to me about things that are being hidden. So watch for messages. Watch for downloads from Spirit talking about your love life and maybe a disappointment around something. It feels a little bit, not so much as a loss, but more of a heart-heavy kind of feeling. We've got a message of love coming through. That's clear. It comes through next to the Sun, which is about the fulfillment, the completion, that new start of that energy that we want to walk through every day with, where we've got a whistle on our lips and a spring in our step all the time because we're so overwhelmed by joy that we can't hold ourselves back. Yet we are with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about maybe not knowing whether what you're doing is good enough or whether it is going to be prosperous enough or fulfilling enough. But there's an energy that there's some sort of dismay or disappointment around a brand new beginning. Maybe there are some things that have been disappointing for you over the past month, yet maybe you're not getting over it yet, or maybe you're just not seeing whatever the truth is. This would be around the early part of the month anyway, but I really think that maybe you're just not seeing the complete truth in something. Connected to this Seven of Pentacles and Five of Cups. So I can feel the sense of maybe being a little bit weighed down by a disappointment. And like I said, we're in the winter months. That can talk about a seasonal depression too. So it doesn't have to be connected to anything emotional. I'm going to start mentioning that because I think right now, for a lot of people, especially this time of year, you can deal with a lack. Thank you. The Moon and the Sun here for me in the winter months, honestly, I can say this feels like a case of seasonal depression where it's cold and dreary and dark, and you're just not seeing the sunshine right now. It doesn't seem to be doing you any good. And so it's bringing a sense of heaviness, weight, a kind of heavily weighted feeling, but with the message of love and the Ace of Rods, this new beginning coming up for you, I really feel that it's illusionary. It's illusionary. It could be cautionary because of where you live, but I don't really see it being such a real connection to an emotional situation. I think it's more seasonal than anything, and I think it, on a whole, Scorpio, I think January is going to be a really good month for you. I think that there may be some unveiling of some truth that needs to be spoken, but there's hope. There's hope around whatever it is that you're doing at the beginning of the year to bring in this new start. This Ace of Rods is about that new beginning, that new spark of passion. It can be a spark of genius that starts up a process of renewal in your life. But it gives off really good energy. You really have a nice, you've really got a nice energy around this, except for this little bit of what I'm going to call a seasonal kind of heaviness because of wherever you're living. Maybe it's cold and awful and snowy, and it's not so much fun anymore because you're shoveling now for the 100th time this week, and you're really kind of tired. So, maybe this is saying in January, let somebody else shovel your snow or something like that. Okay, let's get some clarity on what some of this maybe heavy-weighted feeling might be, either around work or around this maybe bit of disappointment around a love situation. Maybe someone you were involved with, maybe it just wasn't going to work out after all. Or maybe they went on a long business trip and they've been gone for the month, and you're kind of feeling a little bit miserable without them. The Il Vedovo. This is a man that is experiencing a separation or a loss of some kind. And during that period of loss, he has regrets. He has heaviness of the heart. And he can be a bit emotional. So maybe we are a bit emotional right now. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't want to see my honeys all wadded up in depression in January. It's a number 1 year. It's a brand new beginning. Okay, here we go. Enough goofing around. Let's get to the clarifications. All right, now this disappointment may also be something that you're waiting to kind of come out of, and that's part of this. We have the reunion. For someone, you're meeting up with someone from the past, or you have, and maybe that situation really isn't producing the kind of results that you have wanted them to produce as to this point. Maybe there are some things unknown about that situation. If you're coming together with someone from the past, it is going to be a slowly developing situation, especially if this person from the past comes in on this Knight of Cups, this message of love. And maybe there is this feeling of affection between these two people, but they still haven't found an ample amount of time to really discuss any feelings for one another at this point. Now, we also have that this is a reunion that we are expecting to have. So if this is a relationship from the past, with La Riunione and La Belvedere, the being in anticipation, the waiting, the knowing that something has got to occur around this reunion, maybe that's what the disappointment is here, that something has not produced yet. Now there will be, or there have been, an exchange, at least on one side, a message, an extension of an offer. There may have been one because the message feels like it's on the table with the situation that's coming back around from the past. And maybe there hasn't been a reply on this. Maybe this other person is dealing with something in their own life, and you just don't know what that thing is. And so it feels like there's a separation, but it's causing someone some internal grief because it feels like there's been a complete shutdown of communication for someone in the anticipation that there's supposed to be a reunion between these two people. Now, we have someone who's dealing with something, period. We have the Desperado per Gelosia. It comes across here as a desperate act of jealousy, but it can just be anything. I mean, the guy is shooting himself in the head. It's not that drastic. But what it is something, it's a distraction. Okay? It's taking this man completely away from his comfortable space, and it's putting him somewhere where he doesn't want to be because he's feeling grief. And I say he because it's a he in the card. But this is someone who is dealing on a deeply, maybe sorrowful, emotional level on something, and they're just unable to reach out because they're dealing with something fairly significant and earth-shattering in their own right. It's connected to a love situation. So for some of you, I'm going to say for some of you, and we'll look at your love reading when we get over to Vimeo. But I almost think that this person is in a bad place with another love relationship. They may have an attraction for you, but they're dealing with something around an issue that's very emotional. It can be love. It can be family, but it's something that is putting this partner in a very bad place. And that could be why the communication with that person has been cut off for you, Scorpio, at this time. And they're dealing with something on a very intense emotional level. But I can say that I do think at some point, when they're done dealing with this emotional trauma or situation, whatever it is that's going on in their life, what you've got here is the consolante sorpresa. This is the consolation. This is the extension, the apology, the gift. If there's a delayed gift of some kind involved here, that's a possibility. That potential is here, but not a guaranteed promise. But it is the extension to make right what may have been wronged in the recent past due to a dilemma that someone is dealing with. I've had that a couple of times with readings so far on a personal level and in actually Our Emperor and Empress readings have been talking about this kind of a delay too. So, yeah, someone in this partner's life may have done something uh, careless, but they're in a position now where they're dealing with something that is kind of maybe difficult. It's a difficult situation because the dilettante talks about somebody who makes a careless step or something has happened in their life due to carelessness maybe that has caused them to pull back maybe from life in general. And to me, it's around either a love situation or something that is deeply rooted in emotion. Maybe someone that they love ended up in jail. The first thing I heard was drunk driving charges, and I don't have the chariot here, but that doesn't mean that it isn't a potential. That someone, because I do have horses here, that represents movement. So, maybe this loved one put them in an emotional situation where there's a feeling of someone being locked up, or maybe they are themselves in a situation where they're feeling a little bit restricted, a little bit tied up emotionally at this time. And maybe that's the reason why there's this lost communication. Even though I don't have any swords here, it's all about messages of love that are lost. Messages of love that are lost, not received. Something that has not been received yet. Because someone is tied up in a personal dilemma that's taken them away from their day-to-day. But it's emotional for them. The Giovanni Fanciulla, the first time, the first experience even. But it's something new. It's something new. It's maybe a situation that maybe you or they have never experienced before. But there is a sense of newness around this. Now, whether or not that newness is this love situation, we're going to take a look at when we get to my Vimeo channel. We'll take a further look, but this reading covers 2017 love outlook. Flat out, starting in January, but possibly because we know that love is malleable, it can just progress over the year. And as we go through the year, you'll get your monthly reports. But for now, we're going to take a glance at 2017 at Vimeo. Again, if you want a reading meant just for you, I'm going to leave this here. We'll be back, though, for February's reading in a few weeks. Till the next time, if you want a reading, again, my Weebly website link is here. If you want to look at your Vimeo reading, the link for that is also down below. My email address is here, and so you can contact me if you wish. Try to keep it simple. I'm getting these enormous stories, which I absolutely love, but honestly, it's so hard to read all of them. So let me say, at this moment, for some reason it's important, I let you guys write your letters for you. So go ahead, purge yourselves, let it all out on the page. Just know that I don't often get a chance to read very much more than your birth sign and your questions. So if I'm doing a private reading for you, it's easier to keep a clear head that way. So anyway, enough of the chatter. I'm going to let you go. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another and everybody that you love. And Scorpio, peace.